Welcome back to Tomb Runners. Subscribe and give me a like. Yes, we talking about Johnny Somali, Ramsey Khalid. Um, he is on trial today. Um, he will be facing his consequences for, act up, and get disciplined. So now he's going to have to go to court for him being a traveling clown in different countries, and he's going to have to face repercussions for what he has done. So Johnny Somali will be on trial today. So later on, we will get some results. Legal Mindset, the website Legal Mindset, is will be reporting on the case, and he is there for all the Johnny Somali mishaps. He's definitely a good source if you want to find out more about Johnny Somali. But Johnny Somali will be going to court today, and this is just the start of the court case, but since we have been talking about Johnny Somali, this is a very good video for me. I would like to make sure I'm going to keep going and see what happens, what kind of results he gets, because, like I said, being a person of color, American going over to foreign countries is a privilege, and someone going over there trying to mess up things, and we hate, there is racism, but when you go out there, he go out there acting a fool, and then he's bringing up racism. No, it's not racism. You just being a fool, and we don't need that. We need to save that for the real racism, and not for this fakeness, because he just does silly, obnoxious things to get people upset and tries to film it and cause this entertainment. And it's just, it's just something very, very ignorant, not very intelligent, something, and it's bad for people who like to travel, because he's a representative and he's representing us in a bad way. So I'm gonna try to put something together with maybe a little bit of Legal Mindsets, one of his old videos. But yeah, that is the man. That is the website to go to about Johnny Somali. He is on the case. Later, remember, subscribe and give this video a like, and talk to you soon. Peace.
Of course, I have a PowerPoint. You know what's up, guys. You know what's up. So here's a status update. We still have the case scheduled for March 7th. We still have it venued at the Western District Courthouse in Seoul, which means that's where it's going down. It's going on down on March 7th at the Western District Courthouse in Seoul. There is still a travel ban in effect. And by the way, the travel ban in effect stays in effect upon conviction. So if he's convicted, he cannot leave until payment of all fines and serving all jail time. And if he cannot pay any and all fines, remember, if he cannot pay all fines, he is sent to the cabbages. And of course, that is a manner of speech. Whether he's sent to agricultural labor or the Odang factory or road work is at the discretion of the prison. But the point is, he has to do manual labor. That is still a Korean thing, and it is absolutely glorious. And today, we have an additional charge. As a reminder, because some of you need a refresher here, and this is very important. I saw people in my comments on Twitter, on X, getting very confused about what happens. When I say something is charged, I mean the prosecutor has brought the charge and it is at step 4. He's facing this at trial. The prosecutor has decided to sign off on this, and it is going to trial. So it's stage 4. I'm not talking about something where a complaint has been submitted, because right now there's a lot of stuff that was sitting at stage 1, 2, or 3, stuff that was waiting, but it wasn't ready for trial. We now have something before trial. So that is a big, big deal. Now, typically, it takes prosecutors 2 to 4 months to go through and to process charges and to place them on the docket for trial. Well, the funny thing was, Ramzi Khalid Ismail's case was going to be rushed through. It was going to be pushed through in December. But because they didn't do that, they actually ended up adding by delaying his trial, they've added 3 separate charges since then. They were just gonna hit him with 1, but now they've hit him with 4 total charges. That's a big change, and it's rare. It's rare that charges are added in the Korean system, are added to the docket, and they've continued to add more and more and more, which is exactly what I predicted back in December. Additional charge. Here it is, guys. Today, Johnny Somali is officially charged with an additional count of obstruction of business. That's right. We have one more obstruction of business account, one more charge of obstruction of business. So now we have 2 official on the record counts of obstruction of business. This is a brand new charge in addition to the existing 3 charges. It's already rare to be added, but now we have 3. And this to happen 3 days before trial is super, super rare. So this is what we have right now. Let me show you the kind of layout here. Of course, we have cabbages at the end of it. Charge number 1 in November of 2024 was obstruction of business. That was number 1. Then number 2 was a Minor Crimes Act, which was added in December of 2024. Then in February, last month of 2025, they added another Minor Crimes Act. And then we have number 4, which was just added today, obstruction of business again. And that is notwithstanding any future charges. So we have now 2 and once again, obstruction of business can carry serious time. We have 2 charges that can have serious jail time, 2 that can have fines, right? And future charges as well. So these are what he's charged with. So let's give you guys a reminder of what obstruction of business is. So obstruction of business is it's at the stage 4 level. So that means it's pending trial, pending the first hearing, which would be on Friday. There are 2 counts and possibly more pending. So we've talked about at least 4 different counts that can be brought. And we're going to talk about that today, actually, potentially even 5. We're going to talk about that today. And then the reference is Section 314 of the Criminal Act, and the penalty per count is 5 years and up to 15 million Korean won, $11,000. So what that means is, since that's per count and there's 2 counts, I know we're not great at math. I know that sometimes we're a little slow, and lawyers can be very, very slow sometimes. 2 times 5 is 10, and 2 times 15 is 30. So that means he faces up to 10 years imprisonment and up to 30 million Korean won. That's 22,000 USD. Remember, if he cannot pay every single penny of that, he has to go farm the cabbages, right? And they can hit you with the imprisonment and the penalty as well. Now, I don't think, and this is something I brought up, I brought it up with other people, I don't think he's going to get the maximum time. I don't think he's going to get 10 years. However, this now makes it extraordinarily likely that he gets some jail time. Because even if on the first count they just give him a fine, they would have a second count and they say, well, he's got a second count. So now we got to be more strict than the first count. So the first one, yeah, that might have been a fine. And Johnny is going around, and, you know, Hank and, you know, whoever else is telling him, oh, yeah, it's just one thing. You'll get a fine. It's now 4 things. And on the 4th crime, they're a little less likely to just look the other way. This isn't just a drunk guy in Itaewon or a drunk guy in Hongdae who, you know, was a little bit of an or mean or obstinate. This is a situation where this guy was going around terrorizing Seoul and, you know, creating severe disturbances in multiple locations.